Hello everyone, here's my overview of the KRELL KAV 300R receiver. It's the ultimate receiver in my opinion for home theater. It's got a home theater pass-through that basically, it's just like a KAV 300i. The home theater pass-through basically bypasses the preamp section of the KRELL, or it doesn't actually bypass it, but it makes it seem like it's bypassed. It decreases the output of the preamp to where it's the same as the amp, and it's called a unity gain. But this is basically a KRELL KAV 300i with a tuner added and some extra regulation for the tuner so it doesn't pull down anything on the amp or the preamp section of the KAV 300i. So you basically get the same exact performance preamp and amp section of a KAV 300i plus a superb tuner. This doesn't have a white display, it's just that my camera is not picking up. It just whites it out. If I get really close I can show you. This is basically the color that it is, you know, just normally looking at it, but it just automatically focuses and makes it white for some reason. But this is it's a superb receiver. I give you a little bit of sampling from it.
You know, Gus Malzahn has every right to be angry.
It's Saturday night.
It should have never happened because the return guy was
all it's on is football games, but the tuner on these is exceptional. Not only does it sound really clear, but it picks up better than any tuner I've seen. Although I haven't ventured into the high-end tuner market, but based on the tuners for hundreds of receivers, they just blows a normal receiver tuner away. Even though it's a canned tuner, it was designed by Day Sequeira. Not sure it's a company anymore, but they were known for high-end tuners, and they specially designed this. It was built by them for KRELL. And like I say, it picks up better and clearer than most anything I've heard. I mean, I haven't really compared it to like a really vintage receiver. One of those would be better on the tuner section, but I doubt they would pick up more stations, if they were better in some other way. But anyway, I'll give you a little sampling of it. That's the radio section, FM section.
Walks up to the line, changing his play.
Here's CD DSP. It's just a pre-recorded one, and I got the little credit card remote. I got the little credit card remote for it that they gave for these, that is the replacement remote after they ran out of the originals, but it basically operates just the same. And it's also got the remote has a CD, so you can control a KRELL CD player like this CD DSP I got over here. And here's a just off of YouTube from this is coming from the source of UB900, just from YouTube. I guess you recognize. But anyway, naturally the input of the balance from the other KRELL sounds better. Balance door, single-ended. It's a really good sounding system. Comparing this basically, which is like a KAV 300i, to I had a KAV 400 XI at one time. Basically, the KV 400 XI is more open, and it's got better, really deep bass, as far as like if you're listening to something like really deep, like a video with a lot of deep bass such as rap. It's got more deeper bass because it's got the KV 400 XI has a huge transformer, so it can draw the bass out. But as far as just everyday listening to songs, say like classic, if you listen to classic rock or something like that, this has got more punchy bass. You know, as far as just everyday listening, it sounds a little punchier. The KV 400 XI just is able, it has such a huge transformer, it can withdraw just the deeper bass, you know, just like really low bass, but it's just not as punchy on the normal everyday stuff. And the KV 300i probably sounds a little sweeter. You know, it's just basically the older Krell equipment like this tends to sound a little sweeter sounding than the equipment from the mid-2000s, like the 400 XI. You know, they sound a little more open, and they're probably a little truer to what the music is, you know, if you get straight down to it. But I prefer the sound of this. I just like the sweeter, more laid-back sound of the older Krell equipment. But I am in the majority. If you read forums, most people do prefer the 400 XI over this series. But you know, like I say, I prefer this. I just like the sweet sound of this. But it's just each to his own. But superb sounding receiver. I don't know anything modern really to compare it to. I haven't really heard the newer Krell stuff, but it's the only Krell receiver, true receiver ever made. And like I said, they didn't make the tuner. Desecure Design built the tuner for them, but because they're pretty much a separate company. This is kind of a unique item, but it's a must-have because you can hook a really good home theater to it, and you can go through you can make either one of these a theater throughput, you know, from B1, S1, S2, and S3. That's the single-ended input. Say like if I want to make S3 the theater throughput, then I would just hold it, and it's theater mode. You're just getting a little bleed over, you know, from the others, what you're hearing. But, you know, I don't have anything theater. If you want to take it off, just mash it a couple of seconds, then it goes back to being a preamp again. You know, it switches internally with relays, so you're not really losing anything. But the theater throughput basically lowers the preamp section so that it's basically just to a unity gain, which means it's basically the same level as just connecting something directly to an amp. So you hook your home theater receiver or processor. If you have a high-end processor, it's doubtful it would be as good as this on 2 channels. So you hook your 2 channel to this, and you hook your home theater receiver or processor through this when you're playing home theater, and you get the benefit of the superb amp section of this through your home theater receiver. And you know, your rest of the channels will just naturally be through your home theater receiver. But then you would have it's the best of both worlds. You get the better tuner, the better preamp for all your 2-channel sources from this, and then from your home theater receiver, you know, you get your home theater. So the best of both worlds. So one of these or something like it, a KV 400 or 300i, something like that. To me, if you're an audiophile, you know, you can have the best of both worlds by having this and a really good home theater receiver. So basically, that's about all I can think of to cover on this. But I'll have more videos coming later on, and thanks for watching.